Hello lovelies! I'm here to share with you a new video which is going over kind of the design and thought process for coming up with the new plan for a shirt based off of the mock-up pattern that I made last time. So I'm going to go over some fabric choices and a drawing I did to design the actual shirt. So enjoy! Alright, so this is my workspace. It is a really nice desk. And of course, Captain Aubrey, my dress form. But I am here today and I am looking at the fabrics that I have in my stash that I think will work for this shirt. This is the pattern that I just made a mock-up of. It's Reconstructing History's 1860s to 1870s men's shirt, and this is the pattern that I did. It's with a square bib, or rectangular bib, I guess. They call this one a shield, which I guess, you know, it's closer to a shield than anything else. So actually that's right over here still. It's this guy, basically. And I am kind of thinking through what I want to do that's going to make this an interesting pattern and something that I really actually want to wear. So the fabrics that I have that I think will work are these three. This is I think it's a double glazed cotton. It's thick, it's kind of got a weird stretch to it, and I don't think it will like necessarily hold pleats well, although it's holding this fold pretty decently. It would be a kind of non-traditional approach to this pattern. It would not be like the sort of crisp cotton lines that you would expect. This is a more expected cotton. It's got a stripe to it, and it's green and white, and I think it would look perfectly fine. In fact, I can envision a couple of ways that this would look really nice. And then this is just a brown cotton lawn, and it's really boring, and I don't think it would look good as a shirt, so I'm gonna say no. These are the other two options that I was thinking about briefly. This is like a, gosh, I can't remember exactly what the content is. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it, so it's got some sort of elastic in it somewhere. And I don't think I have enough, to be honest. I think I have only like 1.5 yards, but I'd have to recount it because I didn't write that down. And then this is ridiculous and I kind of love it, but I don't know what to do with it. I bought just 1 yard of it. It is this like silver metallic linen. So I think it would have to be some sort of like design element, but it is kind of fabulous. Oh yeah, there's a good glare. Yeah, I was trying to get it on the camera. It is pretty silly, but I don't know if this is the right project for it. So I'm gonna say these two are out. This is in no man's land. And then these two are like the base fabrics that I could choose. Something else that I really want to use in this project is I have, ignore these guys, they're just on the same card. I have a little bit of this lace here. I think I have, oh, I wrote it down, that's good. Yeah, I have 4 yards of it, so it's enough to do something with for sure. And if you can tell here, it's actually kind of got like this yellowy cream to it, or like this rosy color. So it's not like white necessarily. So I have to see if that would work. Pardon all the cat hair on this. If that would work with this, which it might, but I think the textures are going to be really, really different. Or if it would work better with this. And I have to say I'm getting pretty sold on this one. I think the weight of the fabric, it's much lighter. I think that will be better for the impending very hot season, also known as summer. I live in an unair-conditioned house, which is normally fine, but there are a few weeks where it is just hell. So yeah, I think these two could go really well together. So I think that is what I'm going to plan my design on. These two lovelies. Alright, I traced off the rough pattern of what I'm going to be working on in terms of designing, and I have here kind of what I will be using. to make this work here. So this is kind of a rough example of how I think it's going to look, and I want to spend a little bit of time thinking about the colors and how they're going to work together, and then also the exact design of the bib that I want to do. So first I'm just going to line it a little bit in ink. So the color that I have on my fabric is this green here, and I don't think I'm going to be able to match that exactly, but I'll be able to get an idea. Oops, that's off screen. I'll be able to get an idea of what I'm attempting for here. So I'm just going to mix up something and try to make it work. So I would have this same fabric, the entire body of the shirt, for sure. And the real question is, what am I going to do on the bib, and what am I going to do on the collar and cuffs? And how is that going to all come together? And then what I want to do is figure out what the bib design should be to include this lace. In the design provided, there are 3 pleats on each side. There's a center fold. Now I do want to incorporate this lace, so I guess the question is, do I incorporate it on the inside or do I try to incorporate it on the binding? I think what would make the most sense is to keep the binding the same, keep the binding as this material, and have the lace be, and then the lace would be here. The lace is kind of this little prickly design, little pretty design here. And another question is, do I want to have lace on the collar? And I think that I do. So I think that I will keep the collar as fabric and then just do the lace on top of it, because I think the lace by itself won't have enough rigidity. I think I like that. And then this will still be bound with the green fabric to give it kind of an easier way to meld in with the actual thing here. So let's think about how that's going to look. I think that will look fine. So that's that. Thanks for watching. In the next video, I'm gonna basically make the shirt, and so we'll see how that goes and what interesting things I have to learn on the way. Until next time, be queer, make stuff. Bye.